Thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have you. You have been on a global tour to transform corporate culture, and I'm curious how much progress you're actually seeing and where you need to see companies doing more. Like, how much is culture really trumping business imperatives?
So first of all, there is tremendous progress because finally companies are recognizing that it's not about culture trumping business imperatives, but about culture accelerating business imperatives. That culture is now seen more and more as absolutely essential for the success of a company. At Thrive, we call culture the company's immune system. If the company's immune system is compromised, it's going to be much harder to deal with problems which are always inevitable, to be able to see disruptions, to see the icebergs before they hit the Titanic. So culture is no longer the exclusive province of HR.
Now, a group of former Facebook and Google employees have started the Center for Humane Technology to warn about the dangers of tech addiction and pressure companies to make some changes. What would you like to see from Apple, Facebook, Google?
Well, the first thing that I would like to see is from individuals. I think there are three ways we can affect change that is absolutely needed in terms of our relationship with technology. And the first one, the one we are focusing on, is what are people doing? We are not powerless, we have agency. So we've created, for example, a Thrive app that helps people put their phone in Thrive mode when they are having dinner with their family or doing deep work. That gives us a social media mirror, of our consumption of social media, of games, of all apps, so that we know how much time we spend aimlessly scrolling. And then, of course, there are things companies can do to make it less easy to be addicted to our phones, to make it less easy to lose ourselves.
So Facebook, for example, has been in a storm of controversies. Among them, you've got former Facebook employees saying it is addictive. They're worried about the impact on children. Are you worried about that? And should Facebook be doing something more to make itself less addictive, which is also potentially undermining its business?
Well, we have the data. It's not a matter of opinion anymore. We have the data that shows that excessive use of social media is having an impact on people's mental health, teenagers especially. Depression, anxiety are escalating, suicides. We see this as a global phenomenon. Yes, absolutely, companies have to do more to make their algorithms less addictive. But also individuals have to do more. That's why we constantly stress what individuals can do. Because otherwise, if we hold our breath and wait for companies to do something, we're going to suffocate.
Have to ask you for an update on Uber. I know that you've been very optimistic about Dara Khosrowshahi's tenure. When you look ahead to the year at Uber, what are three goals you would like to see him meet?
Well, I love his prioritizing safety. I think this has been a great initiative to make safety of riders and of drivers a big priority for Uber in the year ahead. The second priority that he has established is to make Uber a true mobility company, buying Jump, the bike company, getting more engaged with public transportation. And the third is culture. The shifts in cultural values and the work that remains to be done around inclusion and diversity. These three have been the big established priorities for the year ahead.
14 women who allege that they were sexually assaulted by Uber drivers have signed an open letter asking Uber's board to allow their lawsuit to proceed in open court. What's the response to that going to be?
So there is a board meeting that we have next week where this is going to be discussed and where our general counsel is going to give us all the arguments that we need to consider.
Last quick question. The Me Too movement there's some who think it's gone too far. Do you think it's gone too far, or do you think it hasn't gone far enough?
I think the Me Too movement is an amazing historic moment when so much pain and abuse that has been inflicted on women for years, for decades, is coming out in the open. It's a cathartic moment. But what is also important is to remember due process. We always need to have the accused be able to have their say, and we are moving in that direction.
Okay, Arianna Huffington, so great to have you as always. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
stopping by.
Thank you so much.